Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from the Beaner Field here in Hutchinson, it's HARC Youth Baseball playoff time in the new Major League Division, a semifinal round playoff game between the Angels and the Yankees. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We welcome you aboard for this evening's game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupain. We'll be back with the first pitch after this message. We're back here at the Beaner Field in Hopwood. The Yankees batting here in the top half of the first inning. Leland Leahy leading off, the first baseman, number 5. Facing Carter Rosendale, the Angels pitcher, and Rosendale set with the first pitch, and this one is popped foul on the left side by Leland Leahy. Counts at 0-1. We'll set the batting lineup for the Yankees. Leahy leading off, Hunter Bosley batting second, Mikey Bittner batting third, Lucas Ferrens in the cleanup spot, Nate Schwartzfeger batting fifth, Austin Silva batting sixth. 0-1 pitch here. Just tying outside, even up the count at 1-1. Thomas Rankin batting seventh, Billy Barton batting eighth, Austin Broadwater batting ninth, Aiden Barton batting 10th, Eric Reed batting 11th as a ground ball here is sent to short. Grayson Jarrett a little trouble with it and not able to get it over to first in time. And there goes Leahy down to second. Throw in that direction goes out into left field where it's backed up well there by Jaden Ringer. But Leland Leahy gets aboard. We'll give it an infield single for Leland. And the Yankees in business. Now Hunter Bosley, the catcher, coming to the plate. Again, the bottom portion of the Yankees lineup, Aiden Barton batting 10th, Eric Reed batting 11th, and Logan Holton batting 12th for the Yankees. The Angels with Carter Rosendale on the mound, Ethan Butter catching. And Rosendale's first pitch here to Bosley. Swing and a miss, strike one. Bosley wearing number 4, catching today for the Yankees. This is a semifinal round game in the Major League, the former Little League. The winner will take on either the Pirates or Blue Jays in the best of 3 championship series as Bosley fouls that one off. Angels defense has Grant Scala in left, Jaden Ringer in center, and Darren Dunn in right. Get to the infield in just a moment. Rosendale's next pitch to Bosley, chopped foul. Brian Andrews playing third, Grayson Jarrett playing short, C.J. Gesk playing second base, Johnny Skatulak playing first, Carter Rosendale pitching, and Ethan Butter catching. Mike Bittner, the head coach of the Yankees, Rob Gesk, the head coach of the Angels. Now Rosendale's 2-strike pitch here to Hunter Bosley is low and outside. See how aggressive Leland Leahy is here on the bases for the Yankees. Now Rosendale's next pitch to Bosley, breaking ball just missing outside. Should be full here, I think, at 3-2. Rosendale's next pitch to Bosley, swing and a miss. I'm going to say it was foul tipped, so Bosley stays alive. Just getting a piece of that one. Dave Ryder calling the balls and strikes today. Bill Boyle on the bases. Rosendale's next pitch to Bosley. That's a low, so it must have been 2-2 there. Should be full now at 3-2. That is a full count now. Now Rosendale's payoff pitch here to Bosley. Low and outside for ball 4. A little hesitation there from Bosley. Not sure if he was even aware of the counts. Nonetheless, he takes first, and you have Bosley on first, Lehue on second, with Mikey Bittner coming to the plate. Rosendale's first pitch here to Bittner. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, Lehue a little jump off the bag there at second. And this ball hit just foul on the right side. Just underway here from the Beaner Field, Yankees and Angels. First of 2 semifinal round playoff games in the new Major League division here in Hopwood. Next pitch to Bittner, popped up here on the right side. Getting underneath is Johnny Skatulak. Makes the grab for the first out of the inning. Now Lucas Ferens will come to the plate. Ferens pitching today for the Yankees. Lefty wearing number 9. Yankees batting 12 here today. Angels batting 11. Rosendale's first pitch to Ferens outside for ball 1. Angels trying to shut things down here after Lehue led off the inning with an infield single and Hunter Bosley walked. Nate Schwartzberger due up behind Ferens. That pitch is low. Rosendale again walking Lehue back to the second base bag. He'll deliver the next pitch here to Ferens, and Ferens a line drive into center field. Rounding third on his way to the plate is Lehue. Bosley going into third. Throw going wide. Bosley's going to head to the plate. And 2 across here for the Yankees in the top half of the first inning. And all the way down to third is Lucas Ferens. So Ferens picking up a couple of RBIs, driving in Lehue and Bosley. And the Yankees taking an early 2-0 lead over the Angels. Now Nate Schwartzberger coming to the plate. Two across, 1 out. Nate, the second baseman for the Yankees here today. Rosendale looking over for a sign from his head coach, Rob Gesk. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Now Rosendale's 0-1. Schwartzberger, chopper here to second, knocked down by Gesk. Little scoop over to first to Skatulak for the second out of the inning, but scoring on the play is Lucas Ferens. It's now 3 runs across for the Yankees here in the top half of the first inning. And Austin Silva coming to the plate. Yankees DH. Rosendale's first pitch to Silva outside for ball 1. Silva, big guy in there. One 1-0 pitch. Silva fouls it off. Count even now, 1-1. Rosendale's 1-1 to Silva, breaking ball. And Silva caught a little off guard there. Good pitch from Rosendale. Count at 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. A one-hopper off the plate. Caught Ethan Butter in the mask. Count out 2-2. 2-2 pitch outside. Count now full 3-2. Payoff pitch. And a line drive from Silva in a right field, getting underneath the glove of Darren Dunn. Sova on his way to second. He'll have a stand-up double. Austin Sova doing a good job out there for the Yankees. 3 across, now Sova on second. With Thomas Rankin coming to the plate, the Yankees' third baseman here today. Thomas deep in the batter's box. 7th Yankee to bat here in the top half of the first inning. First pitch from Rosendale outside for ball 1. Rankin wearing number 3 here today.
Come on, guys, you're flat-footed. Let's go. Come on, be ready.
1-0 pitch in there for a strike. Even at 1-1 to Thomas Rankin. Now the 1-1. Off the plate again, and Sova will run down to third.
Hey, nobody's covering home. Ready to go home? Let's go. Put your head in the game.
The 1-1. Foul tipped by Rankin. Count now 1-2. Billy Barton due up next. Two outs here in the inning. That pitch off the plate. Now Rosendale trying to finish off the inning, and Thomas Rankin with that pitch outside. We're full at 3-2. Now Rosendale with a payoff pitch to Thomas Rankin. Lines and fires, and Rankin fouls it off. A long top half of the first inning. Yankees ready with 7 men at the plate. They've played it 3 runs. Trying to add to it right now with Austin Sova down at third. Thomas Rankin at the plate. Full count here, Rosendale to Rankin. And a pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. So a big strikeout there for Carter Rosendale, sending down Thomas Rankin, but the Yankees get 3. We'll head to the bottom half of the first inning, 3-0 Yankees over the Angels here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Angels down 3-0 to the Yankees, heading to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Angels lineup, coached by Rob Gesk. Leading off is C.J. Gesk, wearing number 7, the second baseman. Jaden Ringer batting second. Carter Rosendale, the pitcher, batting third. Grayson Jarrett in the cleanup spot. Johnny Skocilak batting fifth. Ethan Butter batting sixth. Brian Andrews batting seventh. Grant Scala batting eighth. Darren Dunn batting ninth. Nathan Pegg batting 10th. And Ian Hamilton batting 11th. Defensively for the Yankees, Billy Barton out in left. Aaron Broadwater playing center field. Eric Reed in right. Around the horn, Thomas Rankin at third. Mikey Bittner at short. Nate Schwartzberger at second. And Leland Lehue playing first. The lefty, Lucas Ferrens on the hill. And Hunter Bosley catching for the Yankees. The Yankees again sending 7 men to the plate, scoring 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. And now C.J. Gesk and the Angels will try to bounce back here in the bottom half of the inning. C.J., the Angels' second baseman, wearing number 7. Focused and set to go, facing the lefty Ferrens, who delivers the first pitch high for ball 1. Gesk plenty of speed if he gets on. 1-0 from Ferens to Gesk. Outside, count now at 2-0. Again, this is the first of two semifinal round games here in the Major League Division in Hopwood. Blue Jays taking on the Pirates in the other semifinal. The two winners will play a best-of-3 championship series. Next pitch again to Gesk. High again for ball 4. So Gesk gets a board here for the Angels. I'll try to put the wheels in motion with Jaden Ringer coming to the plate. Angels center fielder. Ferens first pitch here to Ringer. And therefore a strike 0-1. Now Ferens 0-1 to Ringer. Off the plate. Evens things up here at 1-1. Gesk hopping off and on the bag over there at first. 1-1 on the way. Little inside. 2-1 now to Jaden Ringer. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Appreciate you joining us. 2-1. Just fouled off the bat of Ringer to even up the count at 2-2. When you're watching on Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, Armstrong Channel 61. On our YouTube page, by searching South Union Television, all of our broadcasts online and archived at YouTube. You can also follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook as well. Ferens missing there to Ringer, and we're full of 3-2. Now the payoff pitch on the way, and Ringer sends this down the first base line, just foul. The 3-2 here once again. Ringer back in the batter's box. 3-2 pitch. And Ringer, a hard shot here right up the middle into center field. Aaron Broadwater on to field it. Quick relay in. Holding C.J. Gesk at second. They give Ringer a single to center field. And the Angels with 2 on and nobody out, with Carter Rosendale, the pitcher, coming to the plate. Good start here for the Angels. Of course, still trying to rally back from a 3-0 deficit after giving up 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. Ferens first pitch here high to Rosendale. 1-0. Now the 1-0, low and outside, hopping away from Hunter Bosley. Runners advance. Gesk down to third. And Ringer into second.
Hey, CJ, you want to pull me? Hey, CJ, nobody out. Be smart.
So the Angels now runners on second and third. Next pitch to Rosendale, and Carter sends it on the ground off the glove of Lucas Ferens. Played there by Thomas Rankin at third, but he has no play. Scoring on the play is C.J. Gesk. Give Carter Rosendale an infield single and an RBI. And the Angels now back to within 2 at 3-1, with Grayson Jarrett coming to the plate. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Jarrett, the Angels shortstop. Deep in the batter's box. First pitch from Ferens to Jarrett. Outside for ball 1. Now the 1-0 on the way. And therefore a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. Another strike. Right down the pipe. A couple of nice pitches there from Lucas Ferens. 1-2. Outside. Evens things up at 2-2. Ferens to Jarrett. That one off the plate, so we're full of 3-2. Sun beginning to set. Payoff pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. Walk issued to Grayson Jarrett. Still nobody out. Second walk of the inning issued by Ferens. Loads up the bases for Johnny Skotulak. Skotulak playing first base here today for the Angels. Yankees leading 3-1 infield in. Lefty Skotulak. First pitch missing low, and they're coming home and scoring on the play. Jaden Ringer. Nice aggressive base running there for the Angels. Rosendale advancing down to third. Jarrett into second. Score now 3-2, and this one right off the mound, taking a high bounce. Fielded there by Schwartzfeger, and the ball dropped by Leyland Lehue. Scoring on the play, Carter Rosendale. Have to give Skotulak another infield single. Picks up an RBI. Rosendale scores on the play. We're knotted up at 3. Still nobody else. Runners on the corners now for Ethan Butter. He's 6th Angel to bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. Both of these teams putting up some crooked numbers here in the opening inning. Butter now showing bunt, pulls back. And the pitch missed for ball 1. Dugout talking it up for Ethan Butter. 1-0 pitch. Butter takes that one for a strike. Count even now, 1-1. 1-1 on the way, high for ball 2. Another one high to Butter. Count out 3-1. Ferens delivers. Out in there for a strike, or full again at 3-2. Ferens throwing a lot of pitches here in the opening inning. Now the payoff pitch, Ferens to Butter. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yankees needed that. First out recorded here in the bottom half of the first inning. Butter goes down. Now Brian Andrews will come to the plate. Wearing number 11, the third baseman, the 7th Angel to bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. Angels looking for the lead. Game tied up here at 3. That one going low. Angels coming home again. And they'll take the lead as sliding into home Grayson Jarrett. Advancing down to third, Johnny Skotulak. And the Angels now on top 4-3. Ferens trying to refocus. Next pitch to Andrews. Fouled back. Andrews fouls that one off. Count it 1-2. Ferens to Andrews. And that one low and outside. Evens up the count at 2-2. That one high and inside, so we're full again at 3-2. It's a half-hour first inning here in Hopwood. Payoff pitch, in there for strike 3. So Ferens bouncing back with back-to-back strikeouts as Yankees now trail 4-3. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning with Grant Scala coming to the plate. Scala, the Angels' left fielder here today. Ferens' first pitch to Scala. Outside for ball 1. Now the 1-0. High for ball 2. 2-0 on the way, and therefore a strike. Count now 2-1. 2-1, swing and a miss from Scala. Evens up the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch off the plate. We're full of 3-2. Payoff pitch, and this one hit on the ground. Snag there by Rankin. Long throw over to first in time to Leland Leahy to retire Scala 5-3 for the third out of the inning. The Angels pick up 4 runs, and after one is the Angels 4, Yankees 3 here on the South Union Township Sports Network. The Fayette Furnace Company, established in 1920 with over 100 years of combined experience in the industry. They are employee-owned and operated. They take pride in solving your home heating and air conditioning needs. They are the area's oldest and most reliable HVAC contractor. They specialize in creating quality energy-saving comfort for your home by using the most advanced technology in the industry. Along with the Carrier Corporation, Fayette Furnace can put together a system to improve your comfort, save you money on energy consumption, and improve any deficiencies in your existing system. They specialize in green speed inverter technology and split systems, ductless split units, zoning, radiant heat, boilers, hot water tanks, tankless water heaters, and many more applications. Call the Fayette Furnace Company today at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400. Ask for Mike to schedule a free consultation. Billy Barton leading off the top half of the second inning for the Yankees, sending a ground ball over to first. Johnny Skatulak is there, able to make the play, stepping on the first base bag to record the out. 3 unassisted for the first out of this top half of the second inning. Yankees trailing the Angels 4-3. Quickly 1 out with Aaron Broadwater coming to the plate. Broadwater, the center fielder for the Yankees here today. First pitch from Rosendale, high and inside of Broadwater. 1-0. On a cool and crisp 65-degree June evening here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Yankees and Angels doing battle in this semifinal round game. Broadwater swing and a miss there. Carter Rosendale trying to settle down after the Angels yielded 3 runs the top half of the first inning. Now a 1-2 count here on Broadwater. 1-2 pitch in there for strike 3. So 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the top half of the second inning. Now Aiden Barton coming to the plate. One of the designated hitters, the lefty number 6. First pitch, Rosendale to Barton. Misses low for ball 1. And the Yankees batting 12 here today. Eric Reed and Logan Holton behind Aiden Barton in the Yankees lineup. Of course, the top of the Yankees order really produced well in the top half of the first inning, plating 3 runs. Another nice pitch there from Rosendale in for a strike to Aiden Barton. That one a little off the plate. Swing and a miss. Two strikes now on Barton. And there's the punch out. So 1-2-3. Top half of the second inning. Head to the bottom of the second, 4-3 Angels over the Yankees here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Esophageal reflux affects 20% of Americans and can lead to heartburn, regurgitation, chest pain, and difficulty swallowing. Reflux is caused by stomach contents passing a faulty valve and entering the esophagus. Ulcers and precancerous tissue can then form. Offer the latest testing and treatment for reflux disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Back for the bottom half of the second inning, semifinal round playoff action in the newly created Major League division here in Hopwood was the former Little League, Darren Dunn, Nathan Pegg, and Ian Hamilton due up here for the Angels. Angels plating 4 runs in the bottom half of the first to lead the Yankees 4-3 as Dunn takes the first pitch for ball 1 here against Lucas Ferens. Now Ferens 1-0 to Dunn, and therefore a strike to even up the count at 1-1. 1-1 on the way. Missing outside. Count now at 2-1. Ferens 2-1 to Dunn. Fouled off the mask of Dave Ryder. Count now at 2-2. Ferens settled down towards the end of the bottom half of the first inning, getting 3 outs in succession, retiring Ethan Bunner, Brian Andrews, and Grant Scala. A 2-strike pitch here, swing and a miss, strike 3. As Darren Dunn is punched out, 3rd strikeout of the game for Lucas Ferens. And 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning with Nathan Pegg coming to the plate. Pegg, one of the Angels' DHs here today. First pitch, Ferens to Pegg, swing and a miss, strike 1. You can sense Ferens starting to get into the groove of things here for the Yankees. 0-1 on the way. Off the plate. Evens up the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1, Ferens to Pegg. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Pegg out in front of that one. Now the 1-2 pitch, Ferens to Pegg. Just missing. Count at 2-2. And 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 4 strikeouts now for Lucas Ferens. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the inning. Of an opportunity to strike out the side if he can send down Ian Hamilton, number 8. Ferens' first pitch to Hamilton. High and inside for ball 1. Behind Hamilton's the top of the order and C.J. Gesk. (1-0) in there for a strike. Count now even at 1-1. That pitch missing. Count now at 2-1. Swing and a miss there from Hamilton. Count now even at 2-2. 2-2 on the way. Just missing, and we're full of 3-2. And a payoff pitch. And a ground ball here to first. Fair ball. Nice snag made by Leland Lehue. steps on the first base bag to record the third out of the inning, 3 unassisted, so 1-2-3 bottom half of the second inning. Still 4-3 Angels over the Yankees as we head to the top half of the third here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
You day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
We're back here for the top half of the third inning. A couple of defensive changes for the Angels. Darren Dunn now in left field, Ian Hamilton in center, Nathan Pegg in right, Jaden Ringer playing second base, CJ Gesk playing third. Carter Rosendale, though, still on the hill facing Eric Reed to lead off this top half of the third inning. Reed fouls off the first pitch. Reed, wearing number 1, started off the game playing first base today, playing right field today for the Yankees, wearing number 1. 0-1 pitch from Rosendale. Missing low and outside, even up the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1, Rosendale to Reed. Outside. Count out 2-1. Both Rosendale and Reed wearing number 1 today. 2-1 pitch, low and outside. Count out 3-1, Rosendale to Reed. A 3-1 there, low and inside for ball 4. Only the second walk of the game issued by Carter Rosendale. Eric Reed jumping off the first base bag a little bit. Now Logan Holton at the plate. Logan Holton started off the game as one of the Yankees DHs here today, wearing number 7. Angels leading this one 4-3. That pitch in there for a strike to Holton. Holton digging in. Next pitch from Rosendale. Swing and a miss. Now 2 strikes on Logan Holton, as Eric Reed continues to dance off the first base bag. And 2-strike pitch to Holton. This one set on the ground to short. Jarrett's there, off to second for 1. They actually had Reed kind of take out the second baseman, Jaden Ringer. Major league type play there to prevent the double play. Goes as a fielder's choice, 6-4. First out of the inning, retiring the lead runner, Reed. Now Leland Lehue at the plate. Lehue an infield single and scored a run first time up. Grounder here to third. Throw over to second for 1. They get the lead runner. Good play there by CJ Guest, sending it off to Jaden Ringer to record the out, 5-4. Getting the lead runner again, this time Logan Holton. Now 2 outs here in the inning, with Hunter Bosley coming to the plate. Bosley walked and scored a run back in the first inning. Guess might be a little shaken up there at third. I'm looking at CJ down there. His dad, the Angels head coach, Rob, coming out. CJ appears all right. He'll hang in there. And Hunter Bosley now at the plate. with Leland Lehue now at first.
Hey, they're coming in quick. Just make contact. Don't go.
Rosendale's pitch here. In for a strike to Bosley, 0-1.
Let him leave one hand up there. Make contact on it. Be ready. Let's go.
Now the 0-1. It's a line drive dropping in on the right side. Going in between the legs of Nathan Pegg. Rounding third on his way to the plate is Leland Lehue. Into second is Hunter Bosley. They'll hold Bosley at third. Let's give Bosley a triple to right and an RBI. Scoring Lehue on the play. The Yankees have tied this game up at 4. Now Mikey Bittner at the plate. Bittner popped up to Johnny Scotchulak back in the first inning. 2 outs here in the inning, a run already across. Yankees threatening again with Bosley down to third. Rosendale's first pitch here to Bittner, and Bittner sends it right back up the middle into center field. Hamilton gloves it down, quickly gets it in, but the Bittner single to center field drives in Bosley. Second run of the inning, and the Yankees back on top at 5-4. Now Lucas Ferrens at the plate. Ferrens with a 2 RBI triple back in the first inning. End up coming around to score a run. Fouls off the first pitch here. They counted 0-1. Ethan Butter got nailed a little bit there. Try to walk that one off. He seems all right now. Got the glove bat. Smiles on both sides, counted 0-1. Ferrens reaching out, trying to get that one. Hopped away from Butter, allowing Bittner to get down to second in scoring position, but now 2 strikes on Lucas Ferrens with 2 outs here in the top half of the third. A 2-strike pitch on Lucas Ferrens in there for strike 3. So Ferrens punched out, but the Yankees get 2, and the Yankees now lead the Angels by a score of 5-4 heading to the bottom half of the third here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Top of the order, 2 up for the Angels here in the bottom half of the third inning. C.J. Guest, Jaden Ringer, and Carter Rosendale facing Lucas Ferrens. The Yankees scoring 3 runs in the first inning, adding 2 in the top half of the third. The Angels scoring all 4 of their runs in the bottom half of the first inning. They'll have the top of the order up here. C.J. Guest, Jaden Ringer, and Carter Rosendale all were productive and got on base the first time around. Guest, who will lead off the inning, walked and scored a run. Back in the bottom half of the first inning, swings of the first pitch here. Chopper to third. Long throw, not in time from Rankin over to Lehue. It's an infield single for C.J. Guest. Guest on base for the second time in this game, and the Angels in business here in the bottom half of the third. Now Jaden Ringer at the plate. Ringer, a single to center field, scored a run, and actually stole home on a pass ball. back in the first inning. 1-0 pitch, fouled back by Ringer. Evens up the count at 1-1. Ferens to Ringer. Now the 1-1 off the plate. Count at 2-1, and they'll check Gesk over at first. Ball actually off his back there. A little throw over. Gesk getting a little dinged up here in the game. Took a shot over at third and taking the ball off his back there. Next pitch to Ringer, and Jaden sends it on the ground over to short. Bittner is there, sends it to second, but not in time. Back-to-back infield singles here for the Angels in the bottom half of the third inning, and they have two on, nobody out, with Carter Rosendale coming to the plate. Ferens' first pitch to Rosendale. Outside for ball one. And Guest gets second, Ringer on first. And Rosendale at the plate, 1-0 pitch. Rosendale pops this one up. And a nice effort and a great grab by the catcher, Hunter Bosley. Now they got to look for the double play. You got some action down there. The ball was caught. If you get it down to second base, or did Guest tag? Did he leave second down to third after the catch? He must have. He did tag on the play.
CJ heads up play.
So CJ getting down to third on the tag. Rosendale popping up to Bosley. Now Grayson Jarrett at the plate. Jarrett walked and scored a run back in the first inning. And now a little action on the bases again as Jaden Ringer takes second. Angels find themselves down 5-4, but they're threatening here in the bottom half of the third. Swing and a miss there from Grayson Jarrett. Ferens' next pitch, and therefore a strike. Count out 1-2. Ferens to Jarrett. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Second out of the inning. As Ferens sends down Jarrett. Now Johnny Skotulak coming to the plate. Runners on second and third. Angels still down a run. The lefty Skotulak swings at the first pitch. Comes up empty. Skotulak, an infield single. Picked up an RBI and stole a base back in the first inning. 0-1 pitch here. This one chopped to second. Play made by Schwartzfigger over to first to Layden Lehue in time for the third out of the inning. And the Angels end up stranding Gesk and Ringer. The Yankees bouncing back, retiring Rosendale, Jarrett, and Skotulak in succession. And after three, it's the Yankees 5, the Angels 4 here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
You don't have to travel to Pittsburgh to get good representation. We've been doing it since 1976. We've been successful. We can help you right here at home.
We know the nuances of the legal system in Uniontown in Fayette County. We know the nuances of the legal system in Waynesburg and in Washington.
We know the system. We know where the courthouse is, and we know where to park. And at our office, you can park for free.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here in Hopwood at the Beaner Field, 5-4 Yankees over the Angels, heading to the top half of the fourth inning. Plenty of defensive changes for the Angels. New pitcher is Johnny Skociolak. Ethan Butter still catching. Grayson Jarrett now playing third. Carter Rosendale playing short. C.J. Gesk playing second. And Brian Andrews playing first. Nate Schwartzfeger leading off the top half of the fourth here for the Yankees. And bloops one in over the head of C.J. Gesk into center field. Jaden Ringer on to play it. But a single for Schwartzfeger to lead off the top half of the fourth. Mentioned Jaden Ringer out there in center field. Grant Scala now playing left. And Darren Dunn is the new right fielder for the Angels. Now at the plate for the Yankees, Austin Sova takes the first pitch here from Skociolak for strike one. Sova doubled to right field back in the first inning. Ended up stealing a base as well. Skociolak's 0-1 here to Sova. Swing and a miss, strike two. 2 strikes now on Austin Sova. With Schwartzfeger over at first. Skociolak's 0-2 to Austin Sova. Off the plate. Counting out 1-2. And Sova pops this one up into right field, getting under it and making the grab. Darren Dunn tagging on the play and getting down to second. Now on his way to third is Schwartzfeger. As the ball ends up in front of the Yankees dugout, Schwartzfeger gets all the way down to third base. Nice catch out there in right by Darren Dunn. And good base running from Nate Schwartzfeger. Now Thomas Rankin at the plate for the Yankees, 1 out. With Schwartzfeger on third, Yankees up 5-4 as Thomas Rankin, who struck out back in the first inning, fouls off the first pitch here from Johnny Skociolak. Counted 0-1.
Guys, look it back to 3, get him at 1.
Now the 0-1 off the plate. Count even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Count now at 2-1. Now Skociolak's 2-1 to Rankin, hit on the ground and through on the left side. Now scores Schwartzfeger. Quick relay throw coming in there from Grant Scala. So an RBI single to left for Thomas Rankin. Runs scored for Schwartzfeger. Lead extended now at 6-4. Yankees over the Angels with Billy Barton coming to the plate. Barton takes the first pitch outside for ball one. Barton grounded out, 3 unassisted back in the second inning. Quick check over at first, head first slide back safely there for Thomas Rankin. Now the lefty delivers the next pitch in there for a strike.
CJ, where are you backing up?
Count even out 1-1. Swing and a miss there from Billy Barton. Count now at 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. That one's low. Count now even at 2-2. Yankees with Rankin on first. 1 run already across here in the top half of the fourth inning. Yankees up 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Billy Barton for the second out of the inning. Another quick check at first. Head first slide again. Safely there is Rankin. Another close play with a nice tag applied by Brian Andrews. So it's the first strikeout for Skociolak and the 5th for Angels pitchers so far in this game. Now Aaron Broadwater, one of those strikeout victims back in the second inning, comes to the plate and swings and misses here at the first pitch from Skociolak. Counted 0-1. Scott Julak looking very focused, working quickly. 0-1 pitch. That one a little low. Count now even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Fouled back. Now 2 strikes on Aaron Broadwater. Count at 1-2. 1-2 on the way, and there for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts for Johnny Skojulak. The Yankees do add an insurance run, and they lead 6-4 over the Angels as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Lucas Ferrin still on the mound for the Yankees. Really settled down nicely in this game after yielding 4 runs in the first inning. Had a 1-2-3 second inning. Gave up a couple of infield singles in the third inning, but rallied back with 3 consecutive outs, retiring Carter Rosendale, Grayson Jarrett, and Johnny Skojulak. Now he faces Ethan Butter to lead off this bottom half of the 4th inning. And Butter, who struck out back in the first inning, swings and misses at the first pitch here from Lucas Ferrins. Now Ferrin's 0-1 to Butter. Swing and a miss, strike 2. You can sense that Ferrin's certainly in the groove at this juncture of the game after he threw a lot of pitches early back in that bottom half of the first inning. Just took him a while to warm up on this chilly night. In the 0-2 pitch here, swing and a miss, strike 3. Sends down Ethan Butter on 3 pitches. For Ferrin's now, that's 6 strikeouts in this game. And Brian Andrews will now come to the plate. He was one of those strikeout victims back in the first inning. First pitch here to Andrews, low for ball 1. Ferrin's winding and firing another pitch to Andrews, and there for a strike. And Ferrin's looks very comfortable now. In the groove for the Yankees. Having fun out there on the mound as well. Andrews fouls off another one. Has to protect the plate. Now with 2 strikes on him. And Andrews chops this one just fouled on the first baseline. And this is the first of the 2 semifinals here in the newly created Major League Division in Hopwood. That pitch missing inside. Pirates and Blue Jays will meet in the second semifinal. And the 2 winners will meet in a best-of-3 championship series. Andrews sends this one on the ground. Schwartzberger there, over to Leland Lehue for the second out of the inning. Andrews retired 4-3. 2 up, 2 down now with Scala coming to the plate. Scala grounded out 5-3 to end the first inning. Second plate appearance of the game. First pitch, Ferrins to Scala. Just off the plate for ball 1. Now the 1-0, swing and a miss. Count even at 1-1. Now the 1-1 sent foul by Scala. Now time called. Hunter Bosley repositioning and readjusting a couple of the pads down there. Got the equipment ready again. Next pitch just off the plate from Lucas Ferrens to Grant Scala. That one a little wide. Two outs as we work here in the fourth. This little number right at Mikey Bittner, who makes the grab to end the inning. So 1-2-3, bottom half of the fourth inning. Still 6-4 Yankees over the Angels as we head to the top half of the fifth here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
The Yankees trying to add to a 6-4 lead as we start the top half of the fifth inning. Aiden Barton, Eric Reed, and Logan Holton due up here for the Yankees. Johnny Skotulak starting his second inning on the mound for the Angels. It's a strike there on Aiden Barton to even up the count at 1-1. Now the 1-1, and there for strike two. Quickly 2 strikes on Aiden Barton. 1-2 pitch. And that one lobbed just off the plate. Now Skotulak's 2-2 to Barton. Missing low and outside. Count now 4-3-2. The payoff pitch. Low and outside for ball 4. The big walk drawn there by Aiden Barton. That'll get, unless we see a double play or something else crazy happen out there, the top of the order up here in the fifth inning for the Yankees and Layden Lehue. Eric Reed now at the plate. Did he get nipped there? He did not, but the ball hopping away from Ethan Butter, allowing Aiden Barton to get down to second base.
Hey guys, look him back and place it first.
Next pitch in there for a strikeout, now even at 1-1 to Eric Reed. Reed walked back in the third inning. His first plate appearance of the game. Inning that saw the Yankees score 2 runs. Swing and a miss there from Reed. 2 strikes now on Eric Reed. Scott Gulak's two-strike pitch, and Reed sends it on the ground on the left side. Play made there by Jarrett over to first, going wide of Brian Andrews. Down to third is Aiden Barton. And now he's headed to the plate, and Barton will score on the play. Eric Reed going down to second. And the Yankees extend their lead. It's up to 7-4. So Barton scores the run, which puts the Yankees up 3 now. An infield meeting here for the Angels. Let's see if we'll have a pitching change. Logan Holton due up next for the Yankees. Angels still meeting here with Rob Gesk, their head coach. He'll be Scott Gulak remaining on the hill. Logan Holton grounded into a fielder's choice. Back in the third inning. Now Eric Reed on second, nobody outs. A run already across, and the lead up to 7-4 for the Yankees over the Angels. Nice pitch there from Johnny Scott Gulak in for a strike to Logan Holton, counted 0-1. Now the 0-1. This one hit on the ground on the right side. C.J. Gesk is there, sends it over to Brian Andrews to make the play, and Brian will just put it back into the glove of Johnny Scott Gulak. They rule safe over at first. They did. Ball was dropped over there at first. So Holton safe. Thought the out was recorded, but either Andrews dropped the ball or it wasn't on the bag. So now runners on first and third. The top of the order now up for the Yankees, and Leland Lehue trying to blow this game open. Lead at 3. 1 run already across here in the inning. First 3 Yankees all reaching base safely. Now the top of the order up, and Leland Lehue fouling off one there. Leland an infield single and scored a run. First time up back in the first inning. Grounded into a fielder's choice, but ended up scoring a run in the third inning. Swing and a miss there. Now 2 strikes on Leland Lehue. Advancing on the play, Logan Holton, and the ball bouncing away there from the pitcher Johnny Scott Gulak. Runners now on second and third. 2 strikes on Leland Lehue. Count at 1-2. That pitch low and outside. Evens things up at 2-2. First base now open. Angels just looking for some outs. Scott Gulak's 2-2. Lehue swing and a miss, strike 3. No discussion. There was a ball foul tipped. They're going to say no. Now the Yankees saying that time was called before the pitch. Everyone getting together here. Rolling is Lehue. Dave Ryder now coming over to talk to Mike Bittner. And it looks like the strikeout call is going to stand on Lehue as he goes into the dugout, and Hunter Bosley will come to the plate. And that call is going to stick. 1 out here in the inning. Now Hunter Bosley at the plate. Eric Reed down at third. Logan Holton at second. First pitch missing outside. Count 1-0 now to Bosley. Scott Ulax 1-0. This ball chopped to short. Play made coming home. Rosendale to the plate and out at home is Eric Reed. Ethan Butter hanging on. Down to second. They might get an out there, and they do. Double play turned Bosley out at second. They got Reed out at home. And a big way to end the inning for the Angels. Goes a 6-2-4 double play to end the inning. Take them however you can get them. Yankees do score a run here in the top half of the fifth to extend their lead to 7-4. Angels looking for some runs when we come back in the bottom half of the fifth inning here on the South Union Township Sports Network. The Fayette Furnace Company, established in 1920 with over 100 years of combined experience in the industry. They are employee-owned and operated. They take pride in solving your home heating and air conditioning needs. They are the area's oldest and most reliable HVAC contractor. They specialize in creating quality energy-saving comfort for your home by using the most advanced technology in the industry. Along with the Carrier Corporation, Fayette Furnace can put together a system to improve your comfort, save you money on energy consumption, and improve any deficiencies in your existing system. They specialize in green speed inverter technology and split systems, ductless split units, zoning, radiant heat, boilers, hot water tanks, tankless water heaters, and many more applications. Call the Fayette Furnace Company today at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400. Ask for Mike to schedule a free consultation.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety. For colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies, painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Drs. Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Yankees up 7-4 as we move to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Nate Schwartzberger, the new pitcher for the Yankees. Billy Barton now playing second base. Lucas Ferens now playing first. Austin Silva out in right and Logan Holton out in left. Those are the changes for the Yankees. It's Darren Dunn, Nathan Paganine, Hamilton due up for the Angels here in the bottom half of the fifth. And swinging at the first pitch and catching the line drive at third is Thomas Rankin. Recording the quick out there on Darren Dunn. So Dunn retired quickly just like that. One pitch, one swing, one outs. Here in the bottom half of the fifth. Now Nate Pegg at the plate. Pegg struck out back in the second inning. Takes the first pitch here low and outside from Nate Schwartzberger. Angels down 3. In this semifinal round contest, winner advances to the best of 3 championship series. Loser goes home. And there's a rip and a base hit for Nathan Pegg. Bouncing in front of Logan Halton out there in the left. So a big single to left field, much needed for the Angels and Nathan Pegg. And that should get the top of the order up here in this half inning as well, as C.J. Gesk will bat behind Ian Hamilton, who's now at the plate. One out here in the inning. Angels find themselves down 3. They're dug out back into this game with Hamilton at the plate, who grounded out 3 unassisted to end the second inning. Schwartzberger from the stretch. First pitch here to Hamilton. Off the plate for ball 1. See if the Angels get any action here on the bases with Nathan Pegg. Schwartzberger's 1-0 here to Hamilton. And Hamilton, a big cut, swing and a miss, to even up the count at 1-1. Lights on. And the sun is set. Things cooling off here at Hutchinson. Swing and a miss from Hamilton. Now 2 strikes on Ian Hamilton. Here at the Beaner Field, Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé. 1-2 pitch, Schwartzberger to Hamilton. Low and outside, and there goes Nathan Pegg down to second. Throw up. Glove down by Mikey Bittner, short of the bag. In the scoring position is Pegg. 2-2 count here on Hamilton. Schwartzberger again from the stretch, delivers the 2-2 pitch, which is low and outside, and things now full. Schwartzberger to Hamilton. Again, 7-4. Yankees trying to protect a 3-run lead as we work here in the bottom half of the 5th. Payoff pitch on the way and high and inside for ball 4. Runners now on first and second for the Angels, and the game-tying run. And C.J. Gesk coming to the plate. These are the guys that have been very productive all night long for the Angels. Gesk has reached base safely in both of his plate appearances, walked and scored a run back in the first inning. An infield single in the third inning. He's been a little banged around today as well. Took one in the back over at first base. Also took a shot while playing third. Big cut there. Swings and misses at the first pitch from Schwartzberger. Counted 0-1. Again, Gesk represents the game-tying run at this juncture of the game. 0-1 pitch from Schwartzberger, and Gesk sends it on the ground and through on the left side. And the Angels will go station to station. Good move here. Down 3, and now the go-ahead run coming to the plate. And Jaden Ringer. And here the Angels dug out into this game. Ringer also 2 for 2. Pair of singles, scored a run back in the first inning. Pressure now on the shoulders of the Yankees and Nate Schwartzberger. First pitch here to Ringer, fouled off. We work here with 1 out in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Angels down 3 runs, but threatening. Meat of the order now up. Schwartzberger getting set with the 0-1 here to Jaden Ringer. And the pitch on the way and inside. Just hopped past the catcher Bosley there. No reason to be super aggressive if you're the Angels with the bases loaded. Next pitch here to Ringer, and Jaden, a little bloop that'll drop in on the left side. The Angels should play 2 here, as both Nathan Pegg and Ian Hamilton score on the play. Angels back to within 1 at 7-6. And it's a 2 RBI single to left for Jaden Ringer. Still 1 out here in the inning, and Carter Rosendale is 1 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI coming to the plate. Runners on first and second. C.J. Gesk represents the game-tying run at second. Jaden Ringer at first represents the go-ahead run, and swinging at the first pitch here and picking up another hit is Carter Rosendale. Again, the Angels go station to station with that shallow shot to left field. Logan Holton doing a good job to get that one in quickly. Now 5 Angels in a row have reached base safely with Grayson Jarrett coming to the plate. Jarrett walked and scored a run back in the first inning. Struck out swinging back in the third inning. Big spot here with the bases loaded and his team down 1. Swings at the first pitch and sends it through on the right side. That should play 2 as Ringer rounds third on his way to the plate, and the Angels take the lead at 8-7. Into second base is Grayson Jarrett. Some late inning heroics here for the Angels in the bottom half of the fifth. Two RBIs for Jarrett. And the Angels now leading 8-7. An old infield meeting now for the Yankees. What a comeback here in the bottom half of the fifth. Johnny Skotulak now at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. The Angels have scored 4 runs here in the inning. They really turned it on, sending 7 men to the plate. Skotulak will be the 8th Angel to bat here in this half inning. And they're still trying to add to it, with Rosendale at third and Grayson Jarrett at second. With Skotulak at the plate, and still only 1 out here in the inning. First pitch to Skotulak, and Johnny pops this one up on the left side in foul territory, and the ball drops foul. Counted 0-1. Nice comeback here for the Angels. A well-coached team by Rob Gesk. Had his team ready. And they've come through here in the late innings to retake the lead at 8-7. 0-1 pitch. Now Schwartzberger's next delivery. And this a line drive up the middle, and that'll end the inning with a 5th run coming across to score. Another one sliding in. Do they have the 5-run per inning rule here, Jerry? Well, we're in the 5th, not in the 6th. And I guess you can score more than 5 here in the Major League. 2 across there on the Skotulak double. Scoring Rosendale and Jarrett. Now 6 runs across here in the inning, and the lead at 10-7. And Ethan Butter here at the plate. And Butter swings at the first pitch, pops it up here on the left side, and the ball drops to the left of Logan Holton. And into second base again is Ethan Butter. You've now had 8 straight Angels reach base safely. And the lead's at 10-7. That's going to be it for Nate Schwartzberger on the mound. What an inning for the Angels. They've scored 6 runs. They lead at 10-7. Pitching change here for the Yankees. We're back in just a moment on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
Back here at the Beaner Field in Hopwood, the Angels have scored 6 runs in this Major League semifinal round game here in the bottom half of the 5th inning to take a 10-7 lead over the Yankees. Brian Andrews, the 10th Angel to bat here in this half inning, now facing Mikey Bittner on the mound. Runners still on second and third, 1 out. There's no max run per inning rule here in this age division. So the Angels can score as many times as they want. Here in this half inning, they won't stop it. Trying to add to it right now with Brian Andrews at the plate. As Bittner finds the strike zone there. Counted 2-1. That pitch low. Now 3-1, first base open. Three-one pitch. Low and outside for ball 4. So Andrews walks, and the Angels will have everyone in their lineup bat here in the 5th inning as Grant Scala, who ended the 4th inning, popping up to the then shortstop Mikey Bittner. Will bat here with his team up 3 now. The base is loaded and 1 out. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch here from Mikey Bittner. Counted 0-1. Now the 0-1. Missing low, count even at 1-1. One pitch. That one hopping away from the catcher Bosley. And Bosley getting right back on it, doing a good job there, chasing Johnny Skotulak back to the bag at third. Bittner's next pitch to Scala, missing high. Don't want to walk in a run here if you're Bittner and the Yankees. Count at 3-1. That pitch is low for ball 4. And the Angels score another run. RBI walk for Scala. Run scored for Skotulak. That's now 7 runs scored here in the 5th. And now Darren Dunn will bat for the 2nd time this inning. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch here. Base is still loaded, only 1 out. The Angels' lead is now 11-7 over the Yankees. No 1, misses low and inside. One pitch, fouled off by Darren Dunn. Count now 1-2. One-two pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Darren Dunn goes down, only the 2nd out of the inning. Now Nathan Pegg, who singled to left field and scored a run earlier on this inning, will come to the plate. First pitch inside for ball 1. Before Dunn was retired, you had 10 straight Angels reach base safely. Nice pitch there for Mikey Bittner. Count at 1-1, Bittner to Pegg. Pegg got everything started with that single to left field. Swing and a miss there. Now 2 strikes on Nathan Pegg. Count at 1-2. It's an 11-7 lead for the Angels. They've scored 7 runs here in the 5th. Staying alive and fouling that one off is Pegg. Count at 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch, sent on the ground and into center field for another hit. RBI single to center field for Nathan Pegg. And scoring on the play, Ethan Butter. Now Ian Hamilton batting for the second time this inning. Hamilton walked and scored a run earlier on this inning after grounding out to first back in the second inning. Hamilton's the 14th batter for the Angels in this half inning. Swing and miss at the first pitch here. The Angels have scored 8 runs. Have the bases loaded. They lead 12-7. Swing and a miss there from Hamilton. Hamilton pops this one up in foul territory. Over the fence and out of play. Close, but Hamilton stays alive.
Hey, 2 outs on contact, right? Grant, on contact, 2 down. Let's go, you're forced. Brian, you ready? Roll, kid.
And that one low and inside. Ian Hamilton doing a good job to work his way back into the counts. And that one inside, and we're full of 3-2. Yankees try not to walk in another run. Payoff pitch. Hamilton sends it on the ground to short. Yankees looking for the force outs. And they get it here at third. As Schwartzberger sends it over to Rankin to end the inning. But an inning that saw the Angels score 8 runs. And now the Yankees down to their final 3 outs in the top half of the 6th inning. When we come back on the South Union Township Sports Network. The Fayette Furnace Company, established in 1920 with over 100 years of combined experience in the industry. They are employee-owned and operated. They take pride in solving your home heating and air conditioning needs. They are the area's oldest and most reliable HVAC contractor. They specialize in creating quality energy-saving comfort for your home by using the most advanced technology in the industry. Along with the Carrier Corporation, Fayette Furnace can put together a system to improve your comfort, save you money on energy consumption, and improve any deficiencies in your existing system. They specialize in green speed inverter technology and split systems, ductless split units, zoning, radiant heat, boilers, hot water tanks, tankless water heaters, and many more applications. Call the Fayette Furnace Company today at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400. Ask for Mike to schedule a free consultation.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Guys, good defense now. Let's go.
The Yankees down to their final 3 outs. They're down 5 runs after yielding 8 in the bottom half of the 5th. It's Mikey Bittner, Lucas Ferrens, and Nate Schwartzberger due up here in the top half of the 6th. Bittner already behind 0-2 now. Johnny Skociulak still on the mound for the Angels. Trying to make quick work here of Mikey Bittner. 0-2 pitch. This one sent right back to Skociulak, who turns, throws, and gets Bittner. Andrews doing a good job there to cover the bag. And one out here in the inning. Now Lucas Ferrens at the plate. Ferrens 1 for 2, had a 2 RBI triple back in the first inning and scored a run. Struck out last time up in the third inning and takes strike one here from Johnny Skociulak. Now the 0-1. Missing low. Count even at 1-1. Skociulak working quickly right now for the Angels. Swing and a miss there from Ferrens. And I have to think the Yankees to some degree feel a little gutted after giving up 8 last half inning. Tough to bounce back after the Angels sent 15. Check that. Yes, 14, excuse me, men to the plate, and down goes Lucas Ferrens for the second out of the inning. Now 2 outs. Nate Schwartzberger, the last hope here for the Yankees. First strike on Nate Schwartzberger. Angels looking to advance to the best of 3 championship series. 0-1 pitch. Just missing low and inside. 12-7. Angels trying to hang on. 1-1, low and outside. Count now at 2-1. That one's low. Count now at 3-1. All you need is 1 out right now if you're the Angels. 3-1, low for ball 4. That's a start for the Yankees with 2 outs. Austin Silva due up next. Silva 1 for 2 today. Double to right field and stole a base back in the first inning. Flew out to right last time up in the 4th inning. For the Angels right now, you don't really have to worry about Schwartzberger over at first. His run meaningless. You just need 1 out at this juncture of the game. Silva, hard ground ball, gets through on the left side and also gets past Grand Scale out there in left. Rounding third on his way to the plate is Schwartzberger. And the Yankees get 1 back. It's 12-8. Silva into second with a double. So the Yankees now down 4. This all coming with 2 outs. Thomas Rankin, who's also 1 for 2 now at the plate. RBI single last time up. Takes ball 1 here from Johnny Skociulak. 1-0 in there for a strikeout. Now even at 1-1, and that has to be the theme right now if you're the Angels. Just throw some strikes if you're Johnny Skociulak. Still have a 4-run cushion. That pitch off the plate, counted 2-1. Don't want to get too cute. Trust your defense out there. 2-1, and this ball sent high in the air to left in foul territory, and the ball goes foul. Count now at 2-2, and the Angels a strike away. Skociulak's 2-2 to Thomas Rankin. Right down the pipe for strike 3. And the Angels with an 8-run bottom half of the 5th inning hold off the Yankees by a score of 12-8 to advance to the best of 3 championship series here in the newly created Major League in the HARC division here in Hopwood. And they'll take on either the Pirates or the Blue Jays in that best of 3 championship series. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay, your final score in this semifinal round game. The Angels 12 and the Yankees 8. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. So long, everybody.